What's up, Rocky? How's it hanging? Just working. Hot dog. All right. All right. Well, welcome. How's it going? How's everybody doing, feeling, looking? Feel like I'm looking okay. I'm here, ain't I? I'll take that. I'll take looking okay. I'll take being here over not being here. All right. Yo, it's Pomegranate, as she's so affectionately referred to in most streams. Okay. I want top, side, bottom, orthographic. Boom. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay. Yeep, what's up? Yeep 1060. How's it hanging? How's it crack-a-lackin'? How are you? I am so good. All right. Today we are working on something real fun. So I don't know if you guys follow me on X if you haven't already. Let me This is not. No, this isn't. This is already dead? Did X just cut my live stream? So weird. Why does it say ended? It shows that I'm... Oh no, X just like dropped my live stream. That's crazy. Alright. Well, whatever. I don't want to stream on X anyway. Dumb. There's something weird going on with X streaming. Squid Game 3? They just finished Squid Game 2. How can they already be doing Squid Game 3? That's crazy. Let's see here. Delete. Okay. I'm gonna have to make an old-fashioned post. All right. We'll do this. We'll post to X the old-fashioned way. And be sure to follow me on X. Yes, I call it X. Follow me on X. It would be great. Okay. You're working on a new at Elgato Concept Device. Live on stream right now. Come tell me what you think and give me your input. Give me your ideas. Maybe your idea. Post. Shoot, hold on, I gotta edit that post. Wait, where'd it go? Where the heck did it go? Wait, I'm so confused. What is going on? Refresh. Did the post even go through? There it is. Delete. Okay, let's try that again. So actually edit that photo real quick. But in the meantime, how's everybody feeling? I'm feeling pretty okay. I've been better, but I've also been worse. So I can't complain too much. Text. Twitch.tv/Salta72. I have... Okay, I do have the cam app on my phone. Perfect. Happy to be here and happy for you and your family. Thanks. Yeah, we're excited to get the heck out of this place. Let's see here. Dude, this one. Text. Twitch. I want caps lock. Twitch.tv/Salta72. Color will be white. Font will be, I want impact. And go to effects. Background. Actually gonna take away that. It's never gonna add a shape here. Sorry guys, I'm not, what am I, hold on, I can do this on my computer now. Sounds like a good day. Just trying to get through my work day and enjoy some Elgato Concepts. It is, husband is home and got me good lunch, so I'm ready to go. Heck to the yeah. Canva.com. I should have the design in my Canva now, so you can just do it on my computer. Perfect. Excellent, okay. This is much easier to do on the computer. Okay. like the Twitch purple. Click. Alright, share, download. Just put it in my downloads folder. That'll work just fine. Alright, now we will post image downloads folder. Boop, boop, perfect. We are going live right now. We will be working on an at Elgato Concept Device that I've been thinking about. So come swing by and let me know what you think and give your input. Post. Oh, add descriptive text. An image of a computer with a URL link to twitch.tv/Salta72. Accessibility. We love to see it. Dave. What is going on with X? Okay, one more time. We're gonna try this one more time. Oh, good, there it is. All right. Boldificate that, and then put a red circle emoji there. Okay, post. Think? Yes. Post. Okay. Boom, done. Okay, now we can get started. All right, so where's my pen? Here it is. So let's get a pencil first off. All right, so what we're gonna do is what is going on? What is going on here? What's going on? My pen tablet has just completely died. It has gone completely kaputski on me. That's not cool. It's not very cash money. Wow, what happened? It was working literally like 2 seconds ago. Did it get mad at me for... Did it get mad at me? I think it got mad at me. Why did my pen tablet just died? It's perfect. I love it when that happens. Said no one ever. Okay. So anyway, what are you having for lunch, Rocky? Or what did you have for lunch? Hey, she works. All right, so the concept that I'm working on is, this is totally a concept name, right? Like, I have no idea if this name even works. We can workshop the name, but Stream Deck Dial. All right, the idea being, You take the knob or the dial from the Wave XLR and you put it on the form factor. You basically put it onto the Stream Deck Mark II, and then you have one big dial and 6 keys on the side. So what would that look like? So let's see here. We'll do window mode. No, rope mode. Yes, stabilizer. So if we just did a rough sketch of it, right? Is there a way to like? Never mind. What am I doing? What am I saying? What am I talking about? All right. Here, ellipse tool. So like we have the dial here, right? Okay. And then what we do is over here on the side. There's something like this. This is kind of the basic layout here, right? And of course the corners are way isn't nearly as big. A little bit taller here on top. So like something like this for the top, and then for the side, it's something. I'm just gonna freehand this one, right? So we can have. Oh, I need to go to the side one. All right, cool. If we come to the side, right, it's kind of like. There's like a little lip up here. Boom, boom. All right. And then you would see the knob like right here. And then you'd see the 3 buttons. Right? And then the cord would come out here from the back. And basically, if you've seen the Stream Deck Mark II, here, I'll pull out mine. If you've seen the Stream Deck Mark II. Yo, found you on YouTube just scrolling. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, that means it's working. So we're making a concept device for what I'm calling a Stream Deck dial. And it's basically one big, nice, beautiful knob. Simple, yet simple and refined. But it's going to fit in the form factor of the Mark II. So if you've ever seen the Mark II, it kind of has this bit of a... Here, if we're looking at it, if we're lining it up, right? It kind of has this looking profile. Hold on, I need to turn on autofocus. No, I think I just turned autofocus off. Hold on. There we go. Colin, I'm moving to Texas. Did you know that? So it has kind of this raised profile a little bit. You see that? And then the cable comes out like this. So, but there's also this stand, and so the Stream Deck Mark II can sit up there, and so it can be at a higher angle. I like the option of an included stand, but I think the intended use case of this is going to be more like this, and so that you can more freely spin that dial. So that's kind of my thunks. Oh, my bad. I got to thread the cable through the stand first. I did not know that. Where and when? We're going to be moving at the end of the month back home. Back home. I'm excited. So anyway, So that is what we got going on there. Okay, cool. That's what I figured. So anyway, so yeah, that's kind of the plan here. And then I mean, I don't really need to make the bottom. The bottom's kind of, I mean, bottom's pretty typical. But orthographic could be cool. So if we did like an orthographic view. So awesome. Will you meet up at some point? Exactly. Melon lore. Will the dial have a screen on it? No. Why would the dial have a screen on it? That makes no sense. But Melon lore. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. I've missed you. Kisses. Why explain to me what benefit that a screen on the dial would have, or are you just joking? Are you just joshing me? If you josh me, that's fine. That's way too low. 1.6. Switch into Twitch lol. Okay, perfect. I'm not a freehand artist like this. I don't. But I just kind of want to get a rough whatchamacallit all sorted out here. So anyway, this would kind of be the device. I'm much more into the whole vector thing. But I wanted to get these. I'm back. What's up, Shiny? Shiny Soul. We've missed you. We've missed you, Shiny. Okay. So this is kind of the concept of the whole thing. The whole kit and caboodle. I was thinking the screen would be useful for displaying like volume or whatever you wanted to display. Obviously the screen would be under the dial, so it wouldn't rotate with the dial. Well, what you could do though is you could do something like here. If we took the eraser tool, just erase all this. Let's see here. Dial. If we took this and, you know, let's say mother hecker. Okay, let's say this is our dial. If there was like a circular screen in here, and then there was kind of like a very mild, you know, like there was separation there. So this part spun, but this part didn't. Does that make sense? So like it would spin around the circular display. But then I wonder, is that Elgato? Or would it be more Elgato to have kind of a square? But then that looks weird. So it would almost have to be a circular display on the inside, and then this would rotate around the display. And then is this touch? You know, would this be the touch thing? But then also you have to wonder, if it's a touch screen, how, you know, are people going to misclick it when they go into it? You know? I mean, Elgato has pretty strong design language. So that's a thing. That's a thing to keep in mind. And just because they haven't ever done a circular display doesn't mean they wouldn't ever do a circular display. But that being said, a rounded square would be less weird than a straight square, because that's what their buttons are. Their buttons are rounded squares. Some people call them squircles. I think a Squircle has more exaggerated curves. It could be in the middle, doesn't spin, the whole thing could click in. Touchscreen wouldn't probably work. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting right from it all. So that's the middle doesn't spin, the whole thing could click in. Yeah, clicking in. So the knobs on like Stream Deck Plus have 3 functions. They have rotate clockwise, rotate counterclockwise, and press. So those 3 functions would need to be there. I was thinking more so the screen is under the entire dial and the dial is on top is clear in the middle. Yeah. Because like if this is our basic layout, so you're talking about like, oops, kind of like up here, right? I would like to keep it. Kind of like the screens on the buttons look a little inset. Kind of like the screens on the buttons look a little inset. I'm thinking more so the screen is under the entire dial and the top is clear in the middle. Oh, I see. So you're talking, this isn't a touch screen. This is just a display. I see. So let's think about how dials work, right? So dials typically have a shaft, and then if we do like a cross section of it, there's a part of the dial that goes around it, and then like that. That's how dials work. That's how the dial. This is the knob from Stream Deck XL, not Stream Deck XL, Stream Deck Wave XLR, right? And so inside of there's, you probably can't see it super well, but there's like, it's almost like a half circle. So if we look at it from the top down, it looks like that, kind of. So it's like shaved off right here. So I don't know how, you can't really, I mean, the display would almost need to be circular. So that would be an issue, unless you did some sort of mechanism where you had like basically the knob. There would need to be a bezel, of course. So like like this was display, and then this had something that clicked into there, and then this turned the knob. I mean, obviously, I know that there are displays with like crowns on them, right? Every smartwatch, a lot of smartwatches have it. So like I know it's possible. It's just, you know, how would it work? And then the other thing is like now all of a sudden you have this, you could use a ring with Halifax sensors for position encoding. Yeah. Yeah. But then you also have I mean, also looking at it from a cost perspective, now you have what is effectively a basically a 2-inch display on there, 2-inch circular display. I mean, from a cost perspective, might not be that much, but I mean, I don't know. A 2-inch. What's the cost of a 2-inch circular display? You can get a 2.1-inch TFT OLED display module for smart home round screen 480 by 480 for $7. This is a round touch for 62. Now, obviously, there would be bulk pricing involved with that, but like, circular display with crown. Yeah, there would need to be a bezel. Yeah. This is what I'm looking at right now. And really, the dial is 2 inches, so the screen would need to be probably closer to like an inch and a quarter. So something like this, $26.99. Put 1 inch around. See here. 1.25 inch circular display. 1.28 inch round LCD display. So yeah, I mean, yeah. So like, is this? What is this? Does this have? This looks like it has. I mean, that's clearly a bezel, but like, does it rotate? Yeah, this is the manufacturer of it. Sam Smith. DCD round display for Xiao is an expansion board compatible with all Xiao development boards. It features a fully covered touchscreen on one side, designed as a 39mm disc. It contains an onboard RTC holder, charge chip, and TF card slot within its compact size, perfect for interactive displays in smart homes, wearables, and more. I want to know if what that bezel do though. It doesn't look like it rotates. So there would need to be a bezel around this already huge bezel. Which then I kind of wonder, like, what's the benefit? Like not what the benefit is, but like, is it worth it, you know? I don't know. Yeah, you use Hall effect sensors, but also like the more technology you put into this, the more expensive it's gonna get. And Elgato tends to have a pretty simple design language, which I really like. I don't know. I just don't know if a dial like that. I don't know if that's. It would be great if I had like somebody from Elgato in here. We're about to have an ad break, guys. We're getting an ad in about a minute and a So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. You know, they have a simple design language which I really enjoy. So we're gonna, but you know, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, there's something there for sure. Because my idea, what I would like to be able to accomplish, here's what I'd like to be able to accomplish. So let's say this is the knob, right? The dial. I want to just be able to, you know, do this. Sorry for sidetracking you. It was just a thought. I got a lurk. I got a meeting. But yeah, cost consideration might make it not worth it for sure. Yeah, no, for sure. If you need a lurk and work, that's fine. I get it. But like, I want to be able to like just be able to like rotate my finger smooth. Because my issue with the knobs on Stream Deck Plus is that you almost have to pinch them. You have to pinch them. Which, if you're scrolling through a timeline on like a video editing thing or something, I mean, you gotta basically go. It's a lot of movement. Whereas on these Wave XLR dials, you can just go. It's just one fluid motion. So that's kind of the around it. So that's kind of the thought process that I'm going through here, right? The problem I'm trying to solve. You can put that up here. Problem. Oh gosh. Main. Problem. Oh my goodness. Problem. It sucks. To pinch knobs. Simple solution, arcade style joystick. That would be hilarious. I've been thinking of a April Fool's concept. What's up, Wacko? How's it hanging? Been thinking of an April Fool's concept. That would be funny. Have like the Elgato joystick. That would be funny. So anyway, yeah. But then also here, side, we have, you know, there would also be the included stand that we all know and love. I think something like this would be really cool. I think this would be super cool. But that Melon's got me on that that display under the knob idea. Because how long? How much space realistic do we have here? We got. Yeah, about 2 inches. So it would need to be like, the display would need to be like 1.5 inches. Inch 0.25 maybe. And a circle would be the most advantageous for that. But then what would it display is the question. What information would it display? Would it display the tap action? The press action? What would it display? Also, I'm going to redo this. Hold on. File. New. Great. We're gonna move this stuff over to one. Whatever. If you'd be using it for video editing, you could display exact timestamps maybe. Ooh. That's a good idea. Trying to clean up my canvas here. There we go. What if the command you push the buttons, volume, maybe the number of or bar of the frames when editing a video? Yeah. So is it the issue with that is that then if you wanted to display the timestamp that you're on, you would need to interface with every single video editing software out there, which is a lot. It's a lot. Basically how like Elgato has, like if this is the Stream Deck software, they have a Photoshop plugin. They would basically need to have something connecting to all of this video editing software, the popular ones at least, you know, like Premiere, After Effects, DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut Pro, maybe CapCut. If you use it for CapCut, I know a lot of creators use CapCut. So you need to interface with all of those different softwares, which could be a lot. Again, Elgato has a very simple design language, and so I kind of want to maintain that as best I can. And my Affinity Photo just crashed. Lovely. I'm going to close DaVinci Affinity Designer right now. So that's one of the situations there, is that you'd have to basically make API calls, if that's even a thing. You'd have to interface. I don't know exactly what the exact terminology is for interfacing with software directly, but I'm not sure if it's an API or what. But all right, end task. We'll try this again. Worst case scenario, we start over. We make it bigger, better, more beautiful than it was before. You know, and maybe, yes, please restore unsaved files. Ah, shucks. It didn't do the right unsaved file. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna copy file. No. New. Inches. 8.5 by 11. Create. And then we can clean them. Come on, what's going on? Don't be tripping on me now, Affinity. Come on. Oh my gosh. It is still erasing. Oh gosh, what is going on here? All right, end task. There. Mini photo 2. Right, not now. No. Inches. 5 by 11. 300. Great. Okay. Okay, that's funny. That's funny. Shoot. All right. Boom, delete, starting over. Okay, we love it, we hate it. Okay, so this is the concept for, I need to put my brushes up here, please, if you please. Isn't it a bit of a downside that you use it without any editing software you want? Isn't that a bit of a downside that you use it with, that you can't use with any editing software you want? So that's the thing. So you can use it with whatever software you want. The idea is that you can use hotkeys and stuff like that. And so, like, for example, we'll open up Stream Deck again. We'll go to my Stream Deck Plus. I'll go to this page right here. So, like, for example, they have these knobs here that if I wanted to, what I could do is I could go hotkeys, not hotkeys, Stream Deck. Yeah, I can just put in a hotkey. And then what I can do is to scroll through your timeline, you have left, right, and then, you know, whatever your cut key is, right? So right here. And then when you're scrolling through your timeline, you can do those things. So that's how it would work. What I'm talking about is if on the display that we were putting on there, if we decided to put a display on there, it would have to get information from the software to tell you what timestamp you were at, because it wouldn't be able to just pull that automatically. Without if you didn't have the display do that, then it would be just fine. I need a pencil. Rough graphite tilting. You make it fatter. Stream Deck dial. Okay. And we'll put down here our problem. Problem that we're solving with this. Pinching sucks. Okay. This will make it a little thinner now. We'll zoom in here. So we'll have our... that makes sense. Yeah. So we'd have basically this. This is basically what the layout would be. Dial here. 6 buttons. And then Why is my opacity 60%? Crank that up to 1 hundo here. You know, if this is our side profile here. Then we have the knob come out like, it wouldn't stick up that high. And then we have buttons along here. And then grab our eraser, shrink that down just a bit. That would kind of be the side profile, and then cable would come out the back like that, and then doing an orthographic here. Again, not a freehand artist here. Just enough to get the point across. Okay. And then we would, of course, have 45-degree stand as well. Okay. Now, as far as this dial, I want to explore this dial a little bit. So, here. Oh gosh. We'll even bust out the ellipse tool for this one. Okay. So the dial. This would obviously be like the thing. The dial. So display, if we did a display, you know, and we did it like this. So all of this in the middle was the display. What information would it show? Would we just have, like, for example, on Stream Deck Plus, right? We have this info bar basically right here. You could just throw a clock in there. Stream Deck Neo has a bar that is just dedicated to being a clock. I think that might be a little waste of display potential. You could have it be like the touch bar in that when you swipe it, it changes the page. Which you could do that even as a clock. Add locations in the PI. Location. I think that's a gross underutilization. You could just have it be one of these. Now that I'm thinking about it. So, like, you know, if it's the controls, if you're using the Control Center app, right? You know, you adjust brightness, it would just show this part, right? So then if you're using like hotkeys, you know, or action trigger, right? And then if you had hotkey, then you could... That could be good. So then the question is, what would that look like? Right? Would that just look like kind of the same old thing? Like you'd have maybe your press function up here. Like it would have to be a slightly adjusted UI, right? But I mean, this could just be a display. This could be the display. And then maybe... And then it'd be a touch screen. Well, because Stream Deck... Let me show you this. So, like, Stream Deck has a couple different things. If I press... So, like, for example, on here... Whoops. If I press down on the knob, it changes between color, temperature, and brightness. But then if I tap on the screen, then it turns my light off. Same thing over here. Turns my light off. So the question then becomes, is this a touch screen? I think it would need to be a touch screen. Which then means that probably this display would need to be like an inch. So if this is for example, we'll make this really accurate here. That's 2 inches. And this is 1 inch. We're literally looking at that. Because what you don't want is for people to be spinning this dial and then all of a sudden, oops, they hit the screen in the middle, right? And if it's 1.25 inches, which is what a lot of the displays we were looking at, maybe that would be enough. Maybe if it was like raised a little bit, you know, like if we look at a cross section of the knob here. Come on. No, I don't want to go. I want to go left and right. There we go. Now we can go up and down. If we look at the cross section of the knob, maybe there's like, maybe it's raised a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's raised and it's kind of like got ridges on it, you know? Let's see here. That could work, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's rubber. Maybe it's plastic. Gotta head out ready to get ready for a meeting, but it's been good seeing you. Yeah, good luck. Enjoy your meeting. It was good seeing you. Remember who you are and what you stand for. Because I do think the display is a good idea. Because what I hate is, like, Stream Deck pedal. I love Stream Deck pedal. I can do a whole rough cut of a video with Stream Deck pedal. I love it. Very powerful 3 buttons. That being said, I hate not always being able to see exactly what I'm doing. And I know I can do the show display thing, but then it takes up space on my screen, on my monitors, and it's a whole big deal. So, what's better is just this. Just like having a screen on the dial. But then of course, again, that increases cost. But I mean, Loop Deck does it. Let's see here. Shop. But the other thing you don't want to do is copy Loop Deck. Like, you don't want to copy, like, you don't want to just blatantly rip something off, you know? And I don't know what the market is on. Oh, I just realized I'm all zoomed in. Sorry, guys. I don't know what the market is on like what the patent laws are on dials with displays in them. So you just have to think of a creative way to do it. So it looks like their dial is just, it's, how big is the display? Dimensions? Does it have the included native plugins? Wow, look at that. So few. Yeah, I'd be more than interested in being shown why I'm wrong, but I don't really see a lot of the, I don't get why Loopdeck is so prolific. Like, why are they charging $559 for this thing when I can do most of what this does and probably even more with Stream Deck Plus, and it's only like $200. Like, that seems crazy to me. Like, there's just so many buttons. But I'd be interested to be proven wrong, because I had a professor in college who used Loopdeck, and he said he loved it, and I'm like, I don't get it. But whatever. So maybe just a raised plastic, a textured. Back to 60. Why are we back to 60? Textured plastic, I think, is the way that we would want to go. I think that's probably the good grief. What was a hotkey for Eraser E? Back to brush. I kind of like the dial. I like the dial idea. The display in the dial. But now, again, we got to decide what is the display going to look like here. What does the display look like? So, for example, if we have a circle display, let's just grab it. Okay. Then there we go. I said there. Thank you. We probably need, so like the display on Stream Deck Plus kind of has, like if we did the action trigger, right? It would kind of be laid out like this. This is just the display. Right, so it would have like press that way. And I mean, you could just because Stream Deck Plus has rectangles. You could just fit that rectangle in the circle, and then just have the background of the dial just be bigger, right? That would be the easy way to do that. But with all that extra real estate, is there something cooler we could do, right? Maybe on like the Wave Link on the Control Center plugin, right? Instead of having a bar, like for temperature, right? Or let's do brightness. Temperature sign was looking sus. And then the percentage, right? Maybe you could have, maybe it could be like, this was Control Center, right? You could have the symbol for brightness, and then like that could be the brightness bar going around it, you know? You dig? But then you have to do a whole bunch of other stuff, and I think it's better to just kind of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's kind of my design philosophy. If it works, why change it? And then just have the background stretch out like that. I think that's cool. I think that could work. I think the display would Mercy, what is going on? I do think the display would need to be. Oh, come on now. It would just need to be a 1-inch display, though. I don't know. 1.25. You think how big is my finger? How big is my finger? I have slightly beefier fingers. My finger is about a 1/2 inch wide, give or take. A little more than 1/2 inch wide. It's like an inch and almost an inch and 3/4. An inch and 1, 2. Let's see here. That's eighths. 16ths. 8, 9, 10, 11 16ths. 11 16ths of an inch wide. I mean that could probably be fine. That could probably be fine. If this was textured, you know, thusly. So it could have slightly better grip. I think that could be cool. And then let's see here. What else? Yeah. But then you have to. But now we're having to redesign. We're having to design a whole new dial, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. But is it worth it? You know. Now we're having to design a whole new dial mechanism, a whole new standard. Whereas on Wave XLR. This is it. This is the dial. It's just a piece of plastic. I could 3D... Holy fetchin' heck. I could 3D print my whole new dial and make it look however I wanted. Freaking heck. What the heck? I never even thought of that. Oh my gosh. I need to... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just had some great ideas. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. So anyway. I look stupid on my stream. Okay. So that dial mechanism then, you would have to have... This would have to be a ring. Right? Not really a dial. This would need to be the display, and this would need to be a ring. How do ring mechanisms work? How do ring dials work? A rotary dial. Rotary dial. Okay, but I don't want rotary phone. Rotary knobs? A rotary knob, also known as a rotary encoder, works by converting the physical rotation of the knob into a digital signal, typically by using a mechanism with contact points on a rotating disc that interact with stationary contacts, allowing the device to detect both the direction and amount of rotation and thus send corresponding electrical signals to a connected system to adjust settings like volume or scrolling position. Essentially, it translates a physical turn into a digital value. A rotary knob, also called a rotary encoder. Internally, inside the knob is a rotating disc with pattern contact points that make... Let's see here. Mercy. Goodness gracious. Focus on the internal mechanism. Typically something like this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a Reddit article. Typically something like this, but there are many variations. Perfect, thank you. This should be really simple, but for some reason I can't wrap my brain around it. It's just a dial/knob that rotates a shaft, but clicks into position every 120 degrees. I'm designing something in Fusion 360 that is basically an extruded hexagon with a central shaft through it and 3 half cylinder troughs cut into every other side to catch material, and then it will rotate 120. Oh, okay, whatever. How rotary encoders work. Types of rotary encoders. Absolute encoders, incremental encoders. Okay, how inside the rotary encoder there's a disc of evenly spaced contact zones that rotate when you rotate the shaft. These contact zones are connected to the common pin below the discs. So shut up. So yeah. Okay, so that's not exactly what I'm looking for, but it is something. It is something. I mean the principle stays. Like the principle remains. There would need to be some sort of little doohickey majigger that kind of goes through it. Right? Because if this is the display, come on. Can you just have another pixel there? What is going on? So the display would need to go down like this. It would probably be housed in something in this area, right? And then yeah, this would just need to turn. It would need to I don't know how that would work. Let's see here. Exploded view of loop deck. I'm sure somebody has some sort of an exploded view of loop deck. See here. Knobs with displays on them. Knob displays. Texum Europe. Knob displays. Oh, this is perfect. Wait a second. Go take me to Texum. Knob displays. Well, there you go. Okay, cool. Round knob display. But we would want it, again, I don't want to have to pinch and turn, pinch and turn, pinch and turn. I want to just, you know? I just want to do the and not have to worry about pinching and turning.
But it doesn't matter at this point in time. quality is the first priority.
Sorry, what is making noise? Okay. Okay, so yeah, so this is kind of pretty much exactly what we're looking for, basically. Except I'd want a bigger bezel or a smaller display. I don't know. Ranging from 0.96 inches to 2.47 inches. Okay, cool. Yeah. So this would be perfect. Texas Europe. Cool. Okay, so yeah. So somebody's already solved this problem. Obviously somebody's already solved this problem. It's just like, what kind of, how does one even? I'm not a manufacturing anything, so I don't know anything about any of this. So yeah, so if it could just go, that would be great. Okay, cool. So now that we have this basically all done, let's just export this. And then we'll export this up to downloads folder. And then we'll close this, because for some reason my computer's gonna freak out if I open up Affinity and Photo and Affinity Designer at the same time. It will have the Knipchen fit. All right. So we'll just start with this. All right. So now we're going to start making the actual device. Now we kind of have a good idea. So how big? This is an 8.5 by 11. We're doing this in inches. Where's my tape measure? How big is Stream Deck 2? Stream Deck Mark 2. We'll just measure this out real quick. Boop 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 boop. You know what? Even better. I'm just gonna go to Elgato.com. How about that? We'll just look up the actual specs. Products. Again, somebody's already done the hard work for us. Tech specs. Dimensions. 4.6 inches by 3.3 inches. Boom. Dunzo. And then we just need to get these corners. There we go. That's about right. I'm not going to get that perfect. Okay, and then we know that the knob is going to be 2 inches by 2 inches. Whatever. And then there's going to be a display inside there. That fill. Make it Elgato blue. How about that? Boom. Make it blue. And then what we'll need to do is we will need to take a line. Where's my pen tool? And then we'll line right in there in the middle. And those out. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Found a short video that showcases a DIY solution. Not sure if I can post a link or not. Top comment even said, I can see this as something Elgato would sell. I sent you the video in Discord. Just the thumbnail looks good. Let's see here. Allow me to see, if you will. Smart knob view. What's next in there?
It's not what's next. It's where.
This is the Smart Knob View, an open source DIY input device that explores haptic feedback technology. In its default state, it's a smooth rotary encoder with a round LCD and some RGB LEDs. Internally, it uses low-cost strain gauge sensors and a quick motor vibration to emulate the tactile feedback of pressing a button. Here's the cool part. The knob is actually mounted to a brushless DC motor, which allows the device to selectively resist motion, creating software configurable end stops.
Oh.
Because these are software-defined end stops, we can easily make them support multiple full revolutions, which would otherwise be tricky to implement purely mechanically.
That's cool.
We can also implement virtual snap points using the motor, like this simple on-off switch. The motor provides resistance until you pass the center point, creating a satisfying snap when you cross it. Or, if we define a single snap point, we get a spring-loaded knob that always returns to the center. This is implemented using a high-resolution magnetic encoder chip, allowing for single-degree resolution for fine-grained control. And we can enable virtual detents to provide haptic feedback to match this high resolution. Of course, since this is all software defined, we can dynamically change the size and granularity of those detents, making them coarser or weaker. And we can always go back to that buttery smooth, limitless rotation. This is just scratching the surface of what's possible with relatively inexpensive parts and hobbyist-grade tools. Make sure you're subscribed if you want to see more about how this was designed and...
That's really cool. Yeah, so something like that would be awesome. Something like that would be super sick. Let's see here. How do I rotate on a circle? Affinity Designer. Click on the object, then activate the transform origin option. Click on an object. Right click. Transform. Nope. In the toolbar, you can drag the cross toolbar. Transform origin. What on earth are you talking about? View. Customize tools. Where's the transform origin button? Where I've done this before.
That you can see that in the example, the top portions are allowing us to rotate this object around this circle. So if you don't have the to the bottom like this, so that we can create a rotation point, a shift like this, so that we have a perfectly vertical.
Oh, I see what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to do this. Edit, no, layer, expand stroke, and then here.
Opposite point, then just position it similar to the one that's at the top. Make sure the spacing is kind of accurate to the bottom like this, so of these rectangles like that. After you selected both of the points, then we want to duplicate these two rectangles. So
okay, this isn't what I'm talking about though. Rotate objects around a circle.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. My
Yes,
name
this
is
is what I
Wonderful
want.
Turtle, and in this video I will show you how to see this. We're gonna go ahead and drag this into the middle
No, I
of
don't
themselves.
see that. No, I
What
don't
that's
see that.
previous
No, I don't
video,
see that.
I demonstrated how to create the sword right here. It's pretty cool. Once you have your object here, what you're going to want to do now is, you see on the top part of my screen right here on this toolbar, you're gonna go ahead and hit.
Found it. It's this little guy right here. Boom. Boom. That's what I'm looking for, baby. Okay. Why isn't it doing the? It's doing the thing I want it to do, but it's not doing the thing I want it to do. Hide section while dragging. Hide show alignment handles. Transfer objects separately. Now, what I want to do is I want it to copy. Supposed to be able to hold Alt and click and drag, and then it'll do the thing, but it's not doing the thing. Let me make sure I'm not insane. Okay, yes, I'm not insane. See here. I just wanted to. It's like my Alt key isn't working. Okay, we're just gonna control save. Oh, mercy. Just gonna restart the software. Because I clearly have no idea what I'm doing. I'm fairly certain I know what I'm doing. File. Open recent. I don't know why it's not doing. and you rotate and copy in Affinity Designer with Alt. When I use the rotate widget, I cannot duplicate the object I'm dragging any of the modifier keys. Interesting suggestion. Would the keyboard modifier work only when using the rotation handle, or would it only change the rotation angle? Should work for both. Basically, whenever you invoke a rotation, you should be able to duplicate the object. Let's see here. I don't know why it's not doing the thing. For all for that, coming from Adobe, but for some reason Serif decided to use Control instead and goes against the convention. What? That doesn't do the thing either. I don't get it. I know I have done this before. Control seems perfectly real as that's normal for Affinity Suite. Again, I thought I'd check on Windows. I don't know about. Alt key to hold a copy of an object while rotating it, essentially allowing you to rotate and create a duplicate simultaneously. Power duplicate. This is an 8-year-old tutorial. But will it rotate? Can't believe it. Okay, cool. Here's what we're going to do then. We're going to cheese the friggin' heck out of this. Line everything up in the middle. Group that. Oh my god. Oops. Seems stupid to have to do this, but okay, so there's our textured dial. Perfect. And then while we're at it, let's grab Elgato logo. And then we'll do a color overlay. We'll make this white. Boom. Alright, now we can add our buttons in. Yay. Dimensions of Elgato buttons. I need the physical the physical dimensions of the buttons, though. Le physical. Size of Elgato key icons. 72 by 72. Yes. What size is the Elgato? That's funny. Button measurements. On a Stream Deck Mini, I have measured the buttons with approximately 16.1 millimeters, which is what in freedom units? 0.63 inches. That looks about right, honestly. See, that's all I want to do is make those. Okay, whatever. Now, I know the Stream Deck Plus size of Stream Deck Plus buttons. Pixel width of space between buttons. Must be forming one big image. The buttons are 72. Let's see here. I have calibers, but I'm lazy and don't want to look at the little buttons, the little numbers on there. So let's just. Okay. What is that? 10, 15, 16, 17, 18 millimeters, give or take. 18 millimeters in inches. 0.7. They're not that big. Not that much bigger, but they're big enough. Bigger enough. Actually, I think I do want to stick with the smaller buttons. Okay. Let's see here. The question is, what do we want to put in these buttons? Elgato icon designer. Key creator. Let's see here. That's not going to work how I thought. Okay, we'll just make them different colors. Oh, maybe it will work. I was thinking. Okay, now we can. That. Baba boom. And then we give it a kind of a Is that gonna give me what I want? Nope. They don't have a drawn side function as far as I know. Well, unless they do. If somebody can tell me if they do or not, that would be great. Kind of like how Illustrator has, but whatever, until now. Oh, I could do this, I bet. It's not really. Oh, that's the bevel emboss. Good grief, inner glow. Outer shadow. I mean, that's a pretty okay ish whatever. Ah. Okay. How tall? How how tall are these buttons? Hmm. okay. We replaced the image. Hold up. I know how to do this. Twitch, YouTube, touching, Elgato. Let's see here. School buttons, profiles. I just had. Here we go. That's not what I'm looking for either. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is. Maybe it's just in here. We'll look for. We'll add the OBS. Bada bing, bada boom. See, now that doesn't look like the button though. Okay, so I'm seeing some issues with how I'm designing these buttons. Okay. Inner glow. Outer shadow. Whatever. It just needs to. They just need to understand that these are buttons. It doesn't need to be complicated, Sam. Just calm down. But it would be cool if it had like. I wish there was a way. Where are Stream Deck icons stored? Find the path of my custom Stream Deck icons. Icons are saved using icon packs. I want to use them outside of Stream Deck though. Where do Stream Deck gauge images live? See here. I don't really want to spend 5 years designing icons. So whatever. It's implied these are buttons. That's great. So let's grab our text tool. Yeah, this would be the font I think I found is called Utah Condensed. No, this please. All right. It's a little bit different. The letters are a bit closer together, I'm noticing. Like they are like really close together. Like almost like that. Okay, cool. So there's Stream Deck dial. Basically what this thing's gonna look like. That's cool. I mean, in my concept world brain, you know? Okay, cool. So now we get to do the side profile. Okay. I'm just realizing there's not really any stroke. No stroke. Let's see here. Not really a bevel in that. However, there is this, and I think this should be at like a 20, 25 is way too aggressive. 15, 12.5 maybe? What's the angle of Stream Deck when it's not 10? What's the angle of Stream Deck when it's just sitting flat? We can measure that. I have a fancy protractor majigger. It's a very, very subtle angle. I am almost not long enough to do that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's very slight. It is a very subtle angle. It's like probably like 8 degrees maybe? Say 8 degrees, we'll call it 8 degrees. It's a concept device, right? It's just for fun. It doesn't need to be that serious. But why is it white? And we'll put a outer shadow on this because it's going to cast a shadow down. actually, no, we won't put an outer shadow on this. We're gonna put an inner shadow on this. And what we can do. Oh yeah, buddy. That's the effect I'm looking for right there. You see that? Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. Excellent. And then what we'll do is we'll do... Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Gradient. Radial. I want it to be... What's the difference between elliptical and conical? That's what I want to know. Insert. No, delete. Conical is definitely not what I'm looking for. I see no difference in elliptical and radial. I might be stupid. That is very possible. I just realized it's not a circle. It's more like a doohickey. You know what I mean? It's more like a doohickey. Right? Is that how, that's how they look, right? They look... Yeah, it's like a quarter. Interesting. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do this again. let's see here. Okay, cool. That'll work. We're gonna take our dial here, fill that in with the proper color, and then it'll be an 8-degree angle. I said an 8-degree angle. We'll slap you back there. I said we'll slap you back there. Let's see here. How are we going to... We can make it a little darker. We could do an inner shadow. Shadow would need to go up. I'm seeing glasses on, getting a glare. Yo, Chance the Techie, what's up? How's it hanging? How you doing? So we're creating a concept called Stream Deck Dial. And basically this is a dial. It'd have a display on it. We kind of decided that would have a display. And then the dial would rotate and it would display. It would basically act like a Stream Deck Plus display, but it'd be circular inside of the dial. And then yeah, it would have 6 buttons on the side. And I think this would make, because I've told you my issue with the knobs on Stream Deck Plus, right? The fact you have to pinch them. I don't like pinching stuff. It's not as easy as just putting my hand on it and just go. With this one, you could go. Right? I'd have to show off a cross section of the dial, but all in all, it's pretty cool. I think so. In fact, now that I'm looking at it, this probably needs to have a bit of a taper on it. I like it. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Stay here. I already want more buttons, though. Yeah. Oh, I think we decided that these were like 0.63. 0.36, 0.63, 0.63. Yeah, more buttons would be nice. But also, like, if you have Stream Deck Mobile, do you really need more buttons than that? Just 2 more, man. Come on, I'm not that addicted. I can stop anytime I want. Yeah, for real. I feel it. I feel it. Let's see. There we go. And then we could do a front perspective as well. Okay. Let's see here. The question then becomes, how tall is this off the ground? I'm running out of stuff to put stuff, man. Holy cow. $25 millimeters. And in freedom units, it's 0.98 inches. Let's see here. This, and we'll do something like this. We'll do something like a little outer shadow, and we'll make that shadow go straight down. That gives the illusion of a droplet. Then we can just take this little guy. All right. And then the cool part about this is that now we just copy this. We can just shrink this down. And that'll get us like 87% of the way there. Kind of. Almost. Build object. Group all those. But let us group these. And then this guy I need to actually duplicate behind everything. And that stuff actually needs to get grouped together. Up a bit. And then what we can do is we can take Yeah. Okay. I think this is pretty good. I'm thinking. I feel like that knob needs to be bigger. This is a cool knob. Hey. So, yeah, a big beautiful knob. There we go. Big beautiful. It's a dial. It's not a knob. It's a dial. This is a dial. Sorry, kids are having a moment. Okay, let's see here. That behind. Then if we take you and turn off your drop shadow. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right. I want this knob to be big, a big, beautiful knob. Okay, cool. And then yeah. Okay. This one shouldn't have a drop shadow. This one shouldn't have a drop shadow. I think what I want to do is drop this down. Then put an inner shadow, not inner glow, inner shadow on it. Have the angle come from the top. I don't think that should be an outer shadow. This should be an inner shadow, not inner glow, inner shadow. It's about the illusion of depth. Okay. Like, I should probably put outer shadow on this. Then we can put an outer shadow on this. Hello again. Hello, Rocky. How's it going? See here. Not bad. Thank you. I appreciate that. Take out that stroke. Put in a gradient here. Sit. Make this. Let's see, opacity 0. Then we'll also make it black. Oh, I gotta give it a little opacity. that's good enough shadow for me. Okay, cool. All right. It's a nice, big, beautiful dial display. Oh, okay, now I gotta do a cross section of the display, or of the dial. So what that's gonna look like is color. Boom. And it doesn't look raised, so I think instead of having it raised, I think what I want to do is I want to have it like chamfered in, almost. So like we get like a trapezoid, then we flip her upside down. Whoops. We grab this, and we do grab the trapezoid tool. Then if we do something like this, then we grab this guy, grab you and you. We can round y'all out a bit. Yo. Boom. Done. You're out of here. Maybe there's like a texture on the side too. Here. How to make patterns in Affinity Designer 2. Patterns. And new, I assume you'll want to deal with the scan JPEG image. That's not with patterns as plain vectors. I want to deal with patterns as plain vectors. I have a diamond tool here. Do a star tool. Hold on, guys. Okay. Here, layer, probably? Yeah. Tell me what to click, bud.
Let's create a rectangle like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Edit, Paste, and I'm going to place the center point of this object over. Now it's directly there.
Cool.
holding
Cool.
Control and Shift.
Cool.
Want all of your objects to be the same size in the pattern, just go ahead and leave it the same size as it is there. I like how it looks like this, so I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Oops. Okay, and once we've done that, we are ready to export our work. We're going to export the canvas here, which is this 400 by 400 square, and this is going to create a single tile that can be stacked next to each other infinitely for a repeat pattern. So let's go ahead and export this file. Export. I'm going to export this as a JPEG. Press Control N. Repeats infinite.
Okay.
Background for anything else. That type. And where it says type, I'm going to choose bitmap. And I'm going to choose pattern.jpg.
Okay, so maybe I can export my selection. Export area, selection only. There you go. Export, not as a PDF, as a PNG. Is it SVG? Yeah, SVG. Export. Downloads. Maybe that's how you spell Nerling. See here.
And now
Bill. Let's watch it. Colors. Designer persona. Let's see here.
pattern. So I'll come over here to the fill tool.
Ah, it's the fill tool. Okay, cool. Type bitmap. I might have to export it as a PNG. Ah. File export. Ping export. Okay, now grab this, grab the fill tool, bitmap. Okay, hold on. I see. File, export, save, yes. Fill tool, bitmap, this guy. A little bit of knurling on there. Let's see here, and then just to show that this is actually Zediah. Can you know, I know a better way of how to show that this is recessed. Okay, let's see here. Is there a warpy majigger? Give me a second, y'all. Okay. Okay. So that's interesting. It doesn't have a. There's no work tool. That's very weird. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. All right. My wife has been getting these Lindt chocolates. This is a raspberry cheesecake one. It's so good. Okay. All right. Well, I think I wish there was a way to like. I'm surprised there's not like a mesh tool, an envelope warp. Is that the thing it's called? Oh, warp group mesh. Whoa. You know what? Maybe I'll just create a maybe I'll just do the dial profile. Then we'll grab the trapezoid tool. Line those up. Obviously. All right. Yeah. Okay, and then do this, and we need to put like a mock design in here. Room deck plus action plus action. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Bar. Okay. Images. Let's see. I forgot that's a stupid issue. Okay, and then looking at this, it looks like we have two lines here. How wide is this? We'll do 1.25. We do 1.25 divided by 3. Then take our text tool. Looks like they're just using like Arial. See, is there a way to like I think there's a way to see the font. Hold on. Profile style. Default. What does default mean? What is the default font on Stream Deck? Aerial bold. What do I know? What do I know? Bold. Ba-boom. Freaking wrecked world. It's a weird talent, but it's a talent that I hold nonetheless. Okay, let's see. I want to make this. There, now that looks a lot more like how I'm trying to get it to look. See, I need to think about I'm going to regret doing this. Yeah, I'm going to regret. Okay. Okay, now we can do something else. Let's see here. make a. gosh, what have I done? Yeah, let's just start over on that one. Okay. Oh, to be a child. Let's see here. Key creator. The Where's the hotkey button? What does the hotkey button even look like? Hold up. Oh, it's that one. Yeah, I just do. I don't want to do volume. Volume's we already have the wavelength. Um. hmm. We can just do this. We're gonna do this. Is that what they? Yeah. All right, now we get to do our little write-up. Yay! Except my stream is over, so I'll do my little write-up on this, and we'll do the thing. This is cool. I think this is a cool little design. And thank you for just chilling with me. I think this turned out pretty good. I like how this dial is looking. I really wanted the dial to stand out because that's obviously the high point of this device, you know. So to make that look really nice, I think is good. Cool. Well, mercy. Let's we're gonna raid what is Caustic doing? Studying the case of the golden idol. Let's write Caustic. He looks cool. Alright, guys, well. My camera froze? My camera froze, dang. Alright, guys. See you later, bye!